What if the goal of education was to experience every day what Moses experienced in a whisper? What if every day when a student came to school, they were able to see the glory of God as expressed in algebra? They'd see that God's a God of order, that He's a God who governs and rules all through history, and that He is mindful of them. What if they studied astronomy and oceanography and saw how great God's kindness is to them, and how wise and how strong He is and how able He is to sustain them every day? That's God's intent for education. I've learned at the Teachers for the Nations school, hosted at YWAM Tyler, that that's God's intent for education, not just in America, but around the world. We have teachers that come from around the world that are trained at YWAM Tyler and that serve in the school. So at Christian Heritage, we have teachers, some of the best ambassadors from around the world, that know God, and they know their subject matter really well, and they've learned to see the glory of God as expressed in their subject matter. And not only that, but they've learned the heart of the Father for their students. So not only is their curriculum such that points their students to the Lord, but the way that they teach, the way that they shepherd their students, inspires their students to want to know God. I believe that God calls families into missions. He doesn't just call their parents. So another ministry of Christian Heritage School is to serve families by providing an education that inspires faith. So as the students learn, as they come to school every day and see the glory of God on display, as they learn to value their classmates and their teachers as God does, it equips them to be able to go as a family with greater effectiveness into whatever nation, whatever sphere God's called them to serve. Education is not a new missions strategy. Jesus Himself chose to be known as a teacher, and He chose to invest much of His ministry into 12 men, teaching them the kingdom. William Carey, the first evangelical missionary sent out of Great Britain to India, spent much of his life translating the Bible into the heart of the people, and then he established schools throughout the nation because he knew that education was key to transforming a nation. Alumni from Christian Heritage School and Teachers for the Nations have established schools in Nicaragua, Ghana, Albania, in order to establish God's kingdom through education. One individual, one student, one family at a time. God's invitation to all of us is to come and reason with Him. And that's the idea in providential education. It's to know God, to learn alongside Him, to know the values of the kingdom from our King, from our Father. And that's the whole point of education and missions. It's to know God, and from that place to make Him known.